Corporal James Dunsby, Lance Corporal Craig Roberts and Lance Corporal Edward Mayer died not on the battlefield but on the peaceful hills of the Brecon Beacons. Training groups snake across here countless times, but the men marched on one of the hottest days of the year, despite early warning signs that their exercise should be abandoned. James Dunsby was in intensive care for more than 2 weeks before he died. His widow and the other families listened in court as the coroner outlined the military's gross failures and neglect.
James would have been so hugely disappointed by the behaviour of an organisation for which he had fought for and to which he ultimately lost his life. The evidence in this inquest has revealed a list of countless and quite honestly embarrassing failings, which anyone with pride in our armed forces would find to be shocking and unacceptable.
The coroner said the risk assessment for the march was inadequate, that there was a lack of understanding of heat illness, that no additional water had been made available to treat it. There was a failure to stop the march earlier when other soldiers withdrew through heat exhaustion, and that a tracking system to monitor the men was known to be inadequate. From the Army today, an apology.
We are truly sorry for all the mistakes that the coroner identified today. We have already made a number of changes to the exercise in terms of the way it is run as a result of our own investigations and those of the Health and Safety Executive.
The inquest heard that if the men and their colleagues had been monitored properly that day, the march would have been abandoned and they would have survived.
If only we were able to unpick the stitches of time, to go back and make better decisions. Sadly, this is not how life works.
The coroner said the men had an overwhelming desire to succeed, as she put it, to push themselves, do or die.